Hi everyone! Give this video a like and let's get into it! Let's get the show on the pitch! Chelsea have reached the 18th English Domestic Cup final since 2000. None of the traditional Premier League's Big Six sides have such a result. Marcus Leonardo's agent reveals that the player received several offers from Premier League clubs, but they weren't convinced by any of the projects. The player chose Benfica. Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez have both failed to score for Inter Miami so far during the preseason. The Herons had a 0-0 draw against El Salvador and then lost to Dallas 0-1. Fulham have made Ben Godfrey a target this month in case they miss out on signing Trevoh Chalobah from Chelsea. Calvin Phillips to West Ham. Here we go! Loan deal agreed with Man City and also on the player side. It'll also include an option to buy clause in June for West Ham United. Medical tests booked today. Man City and Pep Guardiola have been following Pau Cubarsí for some time now. Pep is aware of Cubarsí's potential, but Barca renewed the player until 2026. Cole Palmer has scored his 11th goal in all competitions this season. No Chelsea performer has landed so many accurate shots throughout the entire previous season campaign. Inter Milan have requested information on Lucas Bergvall. We would like to remind you that Eintracht Frankfurt and Barcelona intend to sign the player. Braga are closing in on a deal to sign Cher and Dour on loan from Paris Saint-Germain. Talks at very advanced stages. Deal close to being done. Medical to take place in the next few days. The Ghana Football Association has announced that head coach Chris Hughton has been fired. The CTA recognizes that Hernandez was wrong in 2 of the 3 controversial actions of Real Madrid versus Almeria. We are doing fantastic, I can't complain. Only the people need to believe and trust us. We are young, we need to grow. The mentality is very good, just give us time. We are building a new project. We are improving, Pochettino claimed. Puma is the closest to becoming FC Barcelona's new shirt sponsor. Newcastle United have turned down a €15 million bid from Bayern Munich for fullback Kieran Trippier. Villarreal signs Yerson Mosquera on loan from Wolves until the end of the season. Torino have approached Sevilla's Rafa Mir as a potential target for the final days of the transfer window. AC Milan are keeping tabs on VfL Wolfsburg centre-back Maxence Lacroix. Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, who got injured back in December, have now returned to Manchester United training with the first team. RB Leipzig is strongly interested in signing Luis Enrique of Real Betis. Bayer Leverkusen and Real Betis are set for the final round of talks in order to get Borja Iglesias' deal done. Negotiations are advancing to final stages and loan with €8 million by option clause. Borja wants to move. Andre Onana was dropped to the bench for Cameroon's Crunch Africa Cup of Nations group clash against Gambia. The place in goal was taken by his cousin Onboa, who plays in the French League 3. Cameroon are the second team in the history of the African Cup of Nations to win a match without extra time after trailing in the 85th minute after Ghana against Burkina Faso in 2002. Miracle! Lenny Yoro will not leave the club in January. There are no negotiations or talks now, contrary to what some suggest, Lille president Li Tong said. Arturo Vidal has completed his return to the Chilean club Colo-Colo, where he started his professional career. I've always respected Madrid. I've never lacked respect towards anyone, and if I did, I have asked for forgiveness. I respect videos, memes, everything, and I take it with humor. I don't like wars, Xavi assured. Juventus has an offer of 40 million plus bonus ready for Tuncup minors. The intention is to close with Atalanta once the winter transfer window is over in order to reach an agreement and lock the player. Nottingham Forest are in advanced talks to sign Carlos Borges from Ajax on a loan deal. I was actually lucky that we signed Ronaldo because it was only on the disappointment of not signing Ronaldinho that summer, Rio Ferdinand told. There is now a verbal agreement between Al-Shabaab and Newcastle for Miguel Almiron. However, Al-Shabaab are yet to go to the player's side. Emmanuel Denise completed medical tests at Watford, contract being signed now. The player previously represented Istanbul Başakşehir. My prediction for the Champions League final this season? Barca versus Bayern Munich, Ferran Torres said. Syria is in the Asian Cup last 16 for the first time in history after beating India 1-0. Incredible! Andy Robertson has returned to training with Liverpool's first team. The Scotsman was absent since mid-October. West Ham United have bid for Ibrahim Osman. It is expected that the parties will agree on 18 million euros. Newcastle United have confirmed that Joelinton has undergone surgery. Following rehabilitation, the Brazilian midfielder is expected to return in May. Guys, if you're still watching us without a subscription, don't do it like that. Time to fix it. Alright, here are the results of yesterday's fixtures. Moving on to the main news of the release. Manchester City sporting director Txiki Begiristain has attended the match between Girona and Sevilla 5-1, in which Artem Dovbyk recorded a hat-trick, while another goal was scored by Viktor Tsygankov. According to Chronica Global, Begiristain particularly closely followed the performance of Girona footballers Artem Dovbyk, Savio Moreira and Jan Couto, who were previously linked with Barcelona. Both Barca and Man City are also reportedly tracking Viktor Tsygankov, Alex Garcia and Yangel Herrera. The Catalans would like to sign Dovbyk for next season, but understand how difficult it would be. Girona are part of the Emirati sports holding City Football Group. Therefore, the last word in choosing Dovbyk's future will remain with the citizens. Besides, it's noted that the Ukrainian could become an ideal replacement for Erling Haaland. Atletico Madrid have reached a verbal agreement with Antwerp for the transfer of midfielder Artur Vermeeren. On January 23rd, Los Colchoneros sent an offer valued at more than 25 million euros. 22 million plus bonuses, plus a percentage of the future sale. The parties are currently negotiating the final details. The 18-year-old player is a graduate of the current Belgium Champions Academy. The guy already managed to score 3 goals and deliver 7 assists in 63 appearances for the first team. In October last year, he made his international debut for Belgium. Al Nassr CEO Guido Fienga has confirmed that the team's scheduled 2-game China tour will be postponed due to Cristiano Ronaldo's injury that will prevent him from playing.
Emotional, damn it!
The club's training camp in the country will go ahead as planned, but friendlies against Shanghai Shenhua and Hangzhou Greentown will not take place. Fienga clarified that the club is not cancelling these matches, but is gonna postpone them. We want to come back here. As a reminder, a friendly clash between Al Nassr and Inter Miami is scheduled for February 1st in Riyadh. Whether Ronaldo will be available and whether the match will be cancelled or postponed is currently unknown. I love China. I love being here. I love being with you. I want to play with you. Please don't be sad because I'm sad too. Cristiano Ronaldo's message to the Chinese fans after his injury. And this is how Chinese fans reacted after they found out that CR7 will not play against Chinese clubs. This is madness. Real Madrid have officially announced the extension of the contract with the team's central defender Eder Militao. The parties signed a new contract valid until the summer of 2028. According to preliminary data, the release clause for the 26-year-old Brazilian is worth 1 billion euros. Real Madrid have acquired Militao from Porto back in the summer of 2019 for 50 million euros. This season, the Brazilian made only 1 appearance, during which he tore the cruciate ligaments of his knee. Forward Mason Greenwood is targeted by Barcelona, and he has told his advisors that a move to the Catalan club would be a dream. A source told The Sun, Barcelona want to sign Greenwood, and he wants to move there. The next step is for the clubs to come to an agreement. Manchester United want to sell the player, and the manager has accepted Greenwood won't be returning. The view is that it's best for all parties to have a clean break. As talented as Greenwood is, a return to the club when they are at the beginning of a new chapter with new owners is regarded as a backward step. A deal with Barcelona is likely to include a number of add-ons depending on the games Mason goes on to play for them and possibly for England too. Mason is setting his sights on playing for his country again one day. Ten Hag was always keen to keep Mason, but that decision in the end was taken out of his hands. He's now planning for the long term, and Mason isn't part of these plans. Guys, What do you think of Greenwood's transfer to Barcelona? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Meanwhile, we highly recommend that you check out a new video from our new project, Fanatico, where we told what is currently happening in the life of Karim Benzema and why he wants to leave Al Ittihad and Saudi Arabia. Be quick to click on the link and find out. Have a good time watching. Take care and see you in a bit.